So today I'm going to be taking you through Module 9, where I'll talk about the mitigation block, the breakout block, and I'll talk about silver bullet and the premium and discount, which is also the optimal trade entry. Which is also the optimal trade entry. So let me share my life screen. So over here we have the mitigation block, and I say it equal levels with the last support or resistance zone. Change of structure valid at key zones in the chart. Now I'm gonna be checking if I will see a breakout block. I can or quit here. Okay, this is what a breakout block look like. I can see it. Okay, let me draw it here. This is what a breakout blocks look like. We have a bullish candle. We still have another bullish candle here. And we have a bearish. We have a bearish candle. Now, this level acts as this level now acts as a support. I don't know. Now this a level acts as a support. No, this level acts as a support. This is the head of the swing. So it acts as a support. Let me check this is the rectangle so that I can see what I'm doing. So this level acts as the support zone. So what makes it a mitigation block? Price the bullish candle. This is I'm just making a mistake now. Okay. Let this be a red candle. I think I need to change the color. I need to change the color. This is a downtrend. Let me use it. This is a downtrend. So this is a bullish candle. 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 This is a bearish. So this is a bullish candle appeared. So this becomes a support. So what am I going to be expecting? Since it is a downtrend, the opening will start from here. If it drops down here, this becomes a mitigation block. But that signal is not always valid because it's not like it's not advisable to use a mitigation block always because most times it doesn't really helps. Now let me draw something better so that I can understand what I mean. So this is a downtrend. This is a downtrend again. This is a downtrend. And here this is an upward trend. This is an upward trend. This becomes a support zone. Now what are we looking for? We are looking for price to retest from this level downwards. So if price retests this way, if price retests this way, this becomes a mitigation block. This becomes a strong mitigation. This becomes a mitigation block. The whole of this area becomes a mitigation block. This becomes a mitigation block. This becomes a mitigation block. This becomes a mitigation block. So maybe price can just make few candlestick here down, and it will always go back here again. I'm sure if you've really been looking at the chart, you'll see something like this. Price making such kind of move. Now, this move is very dangerous because you can end up seeing a long range of candlestick that will break through everywhere, break through all price levels, and it becomes a change of trend. So that's why trading mitigation block is also very risky. You have to be very careful while trading it. This happens a lot of times. I can't really find it here in my charts, but it happens most times. Mitigation block. So that is basically what mitigation blocks look like. And we also have a breaker block. Breaker block is when price break from a when price break from when price break from a particular um place. Okay, let me show you something like this. Now, this is the breaker block. Why is it a breaker block? Because if price breaks out from these it is a change of trend. Price range there made a liquidity sweep and it head upwards. So this is supposed to act as a support or resistance level, but it broke out of the support and resistance level and retested it. So this means that this is the breaker block. Now when you're looking for change of trend in a key zone, this is a key zone now. This is a key zone. This is a key zone. This is a key zone. Now I'm looking for a reversal at this point because of this. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing a liquidity sweep. I've seen it now. What I'll now look at next is where was the last support or resistance zone, and this was it. So this automatically becomes my breaker block. If price breaks away from here, it means that my change of trend is valid, and I'll be looking for a buy signal upwards. That is what breaker block means. So if price breaks the latest if price breaks the latest support or resistance, that signifies a change of trend, and that is a breaker block. So you work with that. Now we have something like this. Now in this case, I'll take this as my breaker block. Why am I taking it as my breaker block? It's supposed to act as a support and resistance zone, and it actually did. It ranged here a lot. That's why you're seeing this long candles weak. But in spite of that, it still break away. That's gonna be a change of trend, but it's not gonna be long because I'm still expecting some retracement back to this level. So it's not too valid. So that's what breaker blocks look like, and that's what breaker blocks mean. So anytime you're looking for a change of trend and you're seeing a liquidity sweep, eh, you were expecting a change of trend in a particular support or resistance, But instead of this support or resistance to stand, it made a liquidity sweep. It made a, a move out of the level. You should know that definitely something will happen. Now I said this is a breakout structure, change of character, momentum movement, and valid at key zones. Liquidity sweep, these are things you it has the following patterns: a liquidity sweep, breakout structure, change of character, and it has momentum movement, valid at key zones. Now this is the momentum movement I was talking about. This is the momentum movement. I was okay, I can't find the chart. This is the momentum. Okay, this is the momentum movement. It made a strong straight move to the um outside the zone, and it made a reversal upward. So this is just a breaker block. So wherever you see things like this, you know that okay, this is what I'll be watching out for. I talked about AMD, and don't mistake in AMD for breaker blocks. In this case, this is a breaker block I'll be looking at. If price breaks away from this level and retest it, you know there will be a change of trend. So you'll definitely be looking out for a pattern. Understand? Now, so this is actually what a breaker blocks look like. This is what a breaker block looks like. Now, this is what a breaker block look like. So first, the striking section um ICT calls silver bullet. Now, when I mean by striking sessions, it's a session where most volatility happens, most price movements happen. Morning session 9 to 11 a.m., afternoon session 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., evening session 3 p.m., 4 p.m., and 5 p.m. Sometimes it happens even at 6 and 7 p.m. So mostly the biggest move of every day happens in the New York session, which is 3 p.m., 4 p.m., and 5 p.m. What happened in the afternoon section around 11, 12, and 1 is mostly manipulative moves. What happened in the morning session is just a clue of what will happen in the afternoon session. Sometimes, not always. Not always. So for the morning session, you can look out for key times of 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. If I day trader to take an entry. In the afternoon, you can look out for 2 p.m., 3 p.m. to take, and you can also in the evening stroke afternoon session, you can still look out for 3 p.m., 4 p.m., and 5 p.m. to still make trade. Like I said before, mostly the 11 to 2 p.m. is usually filled with manipulative moves, and that is what you need to know about. So I wanted to write on optimal fade entry, and I remember talking about optimal Fibonacci in in one of my models. OTE makes use of optimal entries, or OTE make use of Fibonacci for taking of trades. Now this is called discount and premium. Discount and premium. So when price is at your discount level, when price is at your discount level, you sell. When price is at your premium level, you buy. But in OT, this is what I want to talk about when it comes to OT. I want to tell you how you can use your Fibonacci level. And if you didn't go through that particular course, I think you should go back and do it, because when I was talking about Fibonacci, I talked about key levels to look out for price reversals. So those key levels are where a lot of things happen. Those key levels are where a lot of things happen. So those key levels are where a lot of things happen, and definitely, if you're not if you're not in line with it, you're gonna miss it out. So in OT, optimal trade entry, you look at the 23%, you look at the 60% level, you look at for the 78% level. Now you draw your Fibonacci based on the latest swing. So based on the latest swing. So what you're looking out for is price reversals at this key level. So, and how do you know if the current level you're taking is good? You can use it with things like fair value gaps. You can use it with order blocks. So if it corresponds with most of those things, you can now make trades from there. That is how you verify how good a trade is. Like I said before, you can refer back to my last there's a model I talked about. There's a model I talked about, Fibonacci, and like I'm seeing now, Fibonacci is all about, it's mostly, Fibonacci is mostly all about, um, is all about, optimal trade entry is mostly all about Fibonacci, using Fibonacci tools to detect price. So if you go to model 5, you're going to definitely find it there. You'll definitely find it there. So that's all I have for the OTE. If you have, after going through the course, the model 5, if you have anything you want to ask me, you just send it to my email, and I'm always willing and ready to always answer you. Now, key things you should note about the OTE is that you're drawing your Fibonacci based on the latest swing, and you're looking out for levels that are very valid. Now, I said that for you to know that a level is being valid, you can use it with things like fair value gap or order block. But when I say you have to use it with fair value gap or order block, I don't mean that you should use it with every strategy you have. You can just use it with just fair value gap, or you can just use it with just order blocks. But if it's in a trending market, you cannot use it with order blocks most times. You cannot use it with other blocks most time. So in that case, you look out for fair value gaps. That's what you do. You look out for fair value gaps. So that is all for now, and I really hope that you got what I'm trying to tell you. In case of you need more clarity on any of these, my email is always open for questioning. And as much as my email is open for questioning, please try to make it very, 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 very straight and understandable. Thank you.